You were born in a palace. You have never left it. These two facts are related. You wake up at exactly 6:14 a.m., not 6:15. There is a reason for this that no one has explained to you. You have stopped asking. Your bedroom is 4,000 square feet. You are not allowed past the third corridor without an escort. You have measured the approved area. It is smaller than you'd like. You have 14 servants. None of them will make eye contact with you. This is not rudeness. This is survival. You understand this now. You didn't always. You have 0 friends. Not one. This is not an accident. Loyalty is a resource your father does not share. Not with you, not with anyone. Especially not with anyone close to you. Outside these walls, 26 million people are waking up right now. Most of them are hungry. All of them know your father's face. None of them know yours. You are the most privileged child in the most controlled country on earth. Welcome to your Tuesday. There are 7 chairs at the breakfast table. 4 people sit in them. You do not ask about the other 3. The menu was approved 2 weeks ago by a committee of 11 people. You did not choose it. You never choose it. You eat what the committee decides. The committee has never been wrong because no one has told them they are wrong. Your uncle used to sit across from you. He had a loud laugh. He would sneak you extra rice when your father wasn't looking. He was executed in 2013 for reasons that were explained in a document you were not allowed to read. The chair was replaced within the week. The laugh was not replaced. Nothing fills that particular space. You are not allowed to speak during breakfast unless spoken to first. Your father has not spoken to you at breakfast in 11 days. This is either nothing or everything. You have learned not to determine which until more information is available. The food is flown in. Japan, France, Switzerland. The cheese alone costs more than most families in this country earn in a year. You know this because you found a document once. You weren't supposed to find it. You put it back exactly as you found it. The eggs are perfect. You eat them. This is what complicity tastes like. It tastes like nothing. You have gotten used to it. You have 2 faces. One is yours. The other is a state asset. Before every public appearance, a team of 3 people adjusts your presentation. They tell you where to look, when to wave, how wide to open the smile. They have notes from the last time. The notes say things like, too much upper teeth, and angle left at the flag. You read them once, you did not read them again. You are not allowed to look sad in public. You were given a formal warning once for looking neutral. Neutral, apparently, reads as dissatisfied. Dissatisfied is political. Everything is political. The crowd cheers when you appear. You know they have been told to cheer. They know they have been told to cheer. Everyone involved understands this implicitly and proceeds anyway. This is called national unity. There is a woman in the front row today who is crying. Genuinely crying. She believes in this. She believes in your family the way other people believe in things that cannot be verified. You look at her and feel something you don't have a word for. Your approved vocabulary doesn't cover it. You smile for 47 minutes. Your face hurts. This is called diplomacy. You have had 9 tutors. 1 retired. 1 had a medical emergency. 7 disappeared in ways that were never fully explained. You are an excellent student. You study mathematics, sciences, languages, and music. Your English is fluent. You are not permitted to use it without authorization. Your Mandarin is also fluent. Authorization for that is slightly easier to obtain. You are not sure why. The rules have logic that isn't explained to you at your current clearance level. History class covers the Korean War. According to your approved curriculum, North Korea won the Korean War decisively and completely. There is no follow-up question permitted on this subject. You wrote it correctly on every test. You received full marks. Your current tutor teaches you piano. He is very careful. He teaches only approved composers. Last month, he made the mistake of humming something that sounded like it was from somewhere else. He stopped immediately. He looked at you. You looked at the keys. Neither of you said anything. He did not hum again. He is still here. This means he made the right choice. You once asked about the internet. A general question. Academic curiosity. Your tutor went pale in a specific way that you've learned to recognize. He said he would look into it. He came back the next day and said today's lesson was mathematics. You did not ask again. You are one of the most educated people in North Korea. You know almost nothing. His name is something you don't know. You have been calling him Park in your head. This is technically extremely dangerous. He works in the Eastern Garden, which means he belongs to a maintenance class 3 levels below your household staff, which means the social distance between you and him is not measured in floors or corridors, but in something closer to geological time. You have exchanged exactly 0 words. You have exchanged approximately 47 glances. You counted. The 47th was last Thursday. He looked directly at you for 1.3 seconds. This was not accounted for in either of your schedules. You went back to your room afterward and stood still for a while processing it. You thought about him during Wednesday's political education lecture. This is, in the technical sense, a form of treason. The lecture was about the eternal importance of ideological purity. You were thinking about his hands. You received full marks on the comprehension quiz. Regardless, you are good at compartmentalizing. This is a skill that runs in the family. You are the daughter of the most powerful man in Asia. You have a crush on a gardener and 0 options about it. This is your entire romantic situation. The Palace Library has 12,000 books. Approximately 400 of them are real. The rest have been edited. Not burned. That would be obvious. Edited. Certain pages removed. Certain passages replaced with approved passages. Certain authors quietly swapped out for different authors with similar names. It's actually quite sophisticated work. Someone put real effort into it. You almost respect it. You discovered this at age 9 when you found a geography book that had removed an entire ocean. Not mislabeled, not misplaced, removed. There was a seam where the pages had been. You ran your finger along it for a long time. There is one shelf in the back left corner of the 3rd reading room. Nobody checks it. The cameras have a 15-degree blind spot there that you mapped over the course of 2 months. You did this casually. You are good at casual. Behind a volume of approved poetry, the complete approved works of a poet who wrote exclusively about harvest yields, there is a book. You will not say what it is yet. You read it in 40-minute sessions. You put it back exactly as you found it. You think about what it says constantly. It has rearranged certain things in your head that cannot be unrearranged. Knowledge is power, they say. In here, ignorance is survival. You are trying to be both. It is not going great. Your father is, by most objective measures, a monster. He is also, on Sunday mornings, surprisingly good at crossword puzzles. These 2 facts exist simultaneously. This is the part nobody prepares you for. The monster who asks if you slept well. The monster who remembers you don't like mushrooms. The monster who is in certain lights on certain mornings, just a father. You love him the way you love a natural disaster, with awe, with terror, and with the constant awareness that it is not personal. The flood doesn't know your name. Neither does he. Not really. He calls you into his study sometimes. He shows you things, documents, deployment maps, projected figures. He never explains what you're supposed to do with the information. You think he's running a test whose criteria he hasn't disclosed. You try to look intelligent, but not curious. There's a specific expression for this. You've practiced. His desk has a drawer that is always locked. You have been in this room over 200 times. It has always been locked. You have never asked about it. Asking about things is not a strength in this family. Once, when he left the room briefly, you put your hand on the drawer, just your hand, on the outside of it, just to feel what it felt like. He came back and looked at you for a long moment. Then he offered you tea. Nothing was said about the drawer. Nothing has been said since. You will inherit this country someday. You don't know if you want it. You don't know if that's a thought you're allowed to have. There is a room 3 floors below your bedroom that does not appear on any official map of the building. You have never been inside it. You know 3 people who have. One of them came back. You were told at age 7 that it was a storage room. Supplies. Administrative overflow. You were 7, so you believed this for approximately 18 months, until one of your household staff disappeared for 4 days and returned changed in a way that doesn't have a clean word for it. You did not ask what happened. She did not offer an explanation. This was correct behavior from both of you. The sounds sometimes come up through the floor at night. You have learned to sleep with music. Your approved playlist includes 3 composers. You have memorized all of it. The music doesn't always work. You've learned to breathe through the parts where it doesn't. You are never punished this way. You are punished with silence. Your father stops speaking to you. Meals pass, days pass. Once, 11 days passed. You do not know what ends the silence. One morning, it simply ends, and breakfast proceeds normally, and no one acknowledges the silence happened. This is worse than the room. You know it is worse because the anticipation of an undefined punishment has no floor, while a room, however bad, has walls. You are a good girl. You know this because you are still here. Every night before you sleep, you allow yourself exactly 5 minutes. 5 minutes of thoughts you do not have during the day. You have been doing this for 4 years. This is your only act of rebellion. You are aware of how small that is. You do it anyway. You think about Park. You think about 47 glances, and what 48 might look like, and whether you will ever find out. You think about the book behind the poetry shelf. You think about what it says, about people who lived in places where they could just leave. Where leaving was just a thing you could do. You try to imagine what that feels like in your body, and you cannot quite get there. You think about Switzerland, 2 years of school there. You remember the noise of it, the randomness. 2 strangers arguing in a cafe about something that didn't matter. A girl your age running across a street for no reason. The feeling of wind that wasn't directed at you specifically. You think about the 26 million people outside these walls right now, sleeping in rooms that fit in your bathroom, eating less than your breakfast committee would approve of, being told every day that they are the luckiest people on earth. You think, I could do something. Then you think, what? You go through possibilities. Every exit closes. Every option requires something you don't have. Every choice leads back to this room, this corridor, this approved life. The 5 minutes end. You sleep. You have already learned that some cages have no doors. This is called growing up. There is a door on the south side of the compound. It faces the city. You have walked past it 1,400 times. You have counted since you were 13. It has never been open. You have never seen anyone use it. You don't know what's on the other side. You have a specific idea of what's on the other side that you've built over 4 years of 5-minute sessions. It is probably wrong. You keep it anyway. This morning your father called you into the study. He was in his chair. The drawer was locked as always. He said arrangements are being made. He said it the way he discusses weather systems. Flat, factual, already decided. The arrangements are about your future. Your future involves a man. He is an important man, an ally, a partner in something you were not given full details on. He is 43 years older than you. You nodded. You said thank you, which is the correct response in this room. You went back to your corridor. You walked past the south door. You put your hand on it, same as you once put your hand on the drawer. Just your hand, on the outside. You thought about Park. You thought about the book. You thought about 5 minutes a night, every night, for the rest of a life that has now been scheduled. The door was cold. You are the most powerful girl in North Korea. You have no power at all. These two facts have always been related. Next week, the man arrives. He is 43 years old. He has been married twice. He brings gifts, the kind that are chosen by committee. He will sit across from you at breakfast in one of the empty chairs. Your father will smile. You will smile too. You are very good at that now. Subscribe. Because what happens at that dinner, what you do, what you say, and the one thing you hide inside your jacket sleeve is the part of this story that nobody in North Korea is allowed to talk about.